on until you become older, and then you're like, oh, well, this is why you were like this or that, and these are your interests. So before I get any further, let me introduce my special guest, master cosmetologist, entrepreneur, beautiful spirit, philanthropist, lost hair specialist, and very talented. But we'll get to that later. My girl, Kia Williams. Y'all put your hands together. Hey, Kia. Don't be shy now. Go on, lean into the mic. Go on, lean into the mic. We finna have us a good old conversation.
Can you hear me okay? I
I
don't want to.
can't. Nah, you can touch you.
Okay.
That's what she said.
You're so silly.
Let me make sure we are good there. Okay. No, sometimes. That's my last relationship. You gotta keep it in.
Listen, that's right. Let's talk about that. That's a whole nother
Listen, being an
conversation.
entrepreneur in a personal life, where?
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 Okay, I thought it was just me.
No.
Okay,
No.
listen.
No.
Honestly, when for the whole like I got to date an entrepreneur, I
Mhm.
felt that.
Yeah.
Because if you aren't in it, you don't
You
know.
don't
And
get it. It's very hard.
it's
It's
hard.
very hard.
It's hard.
Listen,
Listen.
let's put our hands back together and give my girl Kia Williams in the building. Because me and Kia, we was going to give y'all a whole podcast. We was going to go into a whole nother segment.
A whole other situation. Because listen, let's talk about relationships.
It's real. It's real.
It's
Well,
so
I
real.
am excited to have you in the space with me. Such an amazing opportunity. You have been to mostly all the Women Are Dope events I've been throwing, and it surprised me every time because I'm like, Kia here, like, oh my god, like because like in school you meet people and you never know how people look at you, and I always looked at you like the cool kids, and I was like, oh my god. So when you came to my event, the
We're the
little
same.
the it was but you never know what people are going through in high school, but so I
Yeah.
felt like the little girl inside of me was like, oh my god, Kia came like it was the weirdest thing for me, and it's so interesting, and I'm glad that I get a chance to share this with you because I always feel like special that you deemed it special enough for you to be there. So let me thank you publicly on air for showing up for me.
Well, thank you for that. And I feel like you're a popular kid. We're like we all kind of. I guess you just never
You
know.
never know. You
Yeah,
never
how people
know.
perceive you, but I
Mm-hmm.
never look at you any
Oh my
different. Like,
god.
hey, that's my sis. I see her.
Oh
I'm proud of you. I
yay.
see all the things you're doing, and of
Oh.
course I got because you when you're in an entrepreneurial space,
Mm-hmm.
gosh, it's so lonely sometimes, and so I try when I can to step out and support people and say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I see you. I know. Listen, let me support you as much as I
Yeah.
can. If I can do anything,
Yeah,
that's what you
that's a
do.
real statement. It's very lonely on the way to the top. So before we begin, we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna ask you three questions.
Okay.
You have the right attitude. You have the
Okay.
right attitude. Now you have to answer these questions as honestly as you can.
Okay.
I don't care what your answer is,
Okay.
and you only got about 3 to 4 seconds to answer.
Okay.
You ready?
Uh-oh.
Here we go, superstar. First question: who is your all-time celebrity crush?
Oh my gosh, Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. Have you seen the new movie he has coming out?
Yes, that the one's kind of like scary
He's
and he has a
scary. He has a
twin.
twin. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I
Yeah.
did say I
Oh,
wanted
I
to
ain't
see
gonna
it.
miss it. Yeah. Okay. Look,
Look, don't be right there in front.
Michael is
You
really
know what I'm
good.
saying? He can rock my Wakanda. Okay, second
Listen.
question.
Okay.
If you had to choose any other career, which we can get into, other than
Mhm.
what you do now, what would it be and why?
Hmm. Probably something in healthcare, just because I feel like I want to help
Okay.
people be healthy.
Okay. So like nursing side or like
Not so much
holistic.
holistic,
Okay.
definitely,
Like
because
dietitian kind of thing.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Because and I honestly, my spirit is starting to feel led in that way. Like, not that
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to abandon care,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I could explore that a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be a nurse. My mom and my sister are nurses, my
Oh,
sisters,
that's a whole different
and we keep your
lifestyle.
blood and guts to
Yeah, I
yourself.
can't. Mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm. Yep, not doing it. Okay, all right. Last question. What's your favorite position? Look, why I always do that,
It's so funny because
superstar?
I'm that person in my family that will say something like this and not right next to my grandma. And listen,
But when you in the hot seat,
that part, no, girl, cowgirl, listen, no,
really,
listen.
give her a round of applause. That's like the first cowgirl I've really discovered. I love it. I
This
asked that
industry.
question because I love to see people's perspectives. I had a pastor one time, pastor's wife, and she was like, "I love to be on my knees praying." I said, "Good catch, good catch." But it's interesting because we all the first thing we think of is
Mhm.
intimacy,
Mhm.
which just shows how human we really are. So
Right.
that's just that. But
Yeah.
listen, let's dive into conversation about you. So, in reading your bio, I discovered something very interesting about you. You have a degree in media and communications. What were your plans originally?
So, your parents tell you go to college, get a job. So
Mm-hmm.
that was always the thing. Or my dad said go to the Air Force. I said absolutely not. She's
Really?
not going to the Air Force. So let me go
Wow.
over here and see what this degree is doing.
Okay.
Always had a passion for hair, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like I gotta go check this box. It's like okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Came up through production, worked in radio, and
Wow.
yeah, did that for a little while.
For
But
real?
yeah, I can't do this anymore.
What
And
was it about it that you didn't like?
well, in the production side,
Mm-hmm.
everything just seemed to go. And I'm more of a worker bee. I want my work to support self
Yeah,
and
I
not
feel
just
you.
about relationships. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to,
Status quo everything.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
especially in HR. Like,
Yeah, it's a really
yeah,
stuffy side. Yeah.
yeah.
How did you feel when you were operating in a space that you felt like wasn't meant for you? I want to touch on that.
Um, Bad, depressed. Like
Mm.
I worked in the city, and you would think working at a bus head is peaceful. I
Mm-hmm.
worked for a team of dudes, and
Wow.
right, and so in radio, it's like, man, we get to have these big parties. Our Christmas party one year, open bar, Maroon Five performing, like
Wow.
everything. So
Top
you're,
tier.
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
yes, I worked, like I made it,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just sit in that office and be miserable, just thinking about, ooh, I can't wait to leave the hair still when I get home.
Really?
Yeah, like I hated it. Absolutely.
And see, I asked that question because I meet so many people that we get stuck in these corporate America spaces, which you mentioned that in your bio, and we think that it's abnormal for us to feel uncomfortable or unhappy in those places. But for you, those are the things that help you recognize this may not be where I'm supposed to be. So, what was it like when you would turn off your communications lamp and then go into the hair space?
Scary because it's something that's just innate in me. It's DNA. My
Mm-hmm.
grandmother was a hairstylist,
Okay.
so it just always came natural. Like my dad said, build you a car, fix you a meal, and comb your hair at the same time. So
Really?
it literally just comes to me. Like I've known how to do hair for forever,
Wow.
and so it was a natural progression. It was just like, okay, I'm gonna bet on myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
I did the thing that you told me to do, mom,
Mm-hmm.
dad. You said
Go to
check the box,
school, do this, get
go
a
to
degree.
school, get a job, buy a
Yeah,
house.
yeah,
I did all
yeah.
the things. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go do it my way now. And it was scary. They said, you're crazy. What are you gonna do
Really?
for healthcare? And it was hard. It was
Mm.
hard, but I rather bet on myself.
Wow, that's heavy right there. I commend you for that right there. What was that conversation like? Like, thank you, superstar. What was that conversation like? Because I feel like black people, it's extremely hard for us to tell our parents,
Mhm.
especially as millennials, we're either going to be gung ho where we're supposed to be or we're dreamers. And
Mhm.
having that conversation with family is not always easy. So, how was that like? What is it? Was it like sitting down with your family saying, "Listen, I'm going a different direction"?
Um, to be honest, liberating because I'm very independent, and
Mm-hmm.
so I knew that if I'm going to take this leap of faith and I'm going to jump out,
You gotta lean all the way
I
in.
got to lean all the way in. I got to do
Mm-hmm.
whatever I have to do and not ask for anything because if
Mm-hmm.
I ask for something in it, I told you so, and I'm not going to give you that gratification. I don't care who you are.
Do you think that that's something that we as black people could work on more culturally? Like when our kids or our family they ask for help, we do have a tendency to be like, "See, I told you shouldn't." Versus
Mhm.
other cultures would be like, "Well, I'm gonna help give you a little bit of money towards it." Do you think
Mhm.
that's something that we can work on as a people, being more supportive?
Absolutely. I think it comes from a place of fear.
Mm.
Fear of the unknown, and everybody wants to be safe, and that's
Mm-hmm.
natural. Like
Who don't want
next,
to be safe?
yeah, who
Yeah,
don't want to be
yeah,
safe?
yeah.
Like so, I get it. But you just have to bet on yourself and
Mm-hmm.
don't take advice from people that you wouldn't trade spaces with.
Ooh, that part right
Okay,
there.
so.
Hashtag that real quick. So what was it like going into? So walk me through your transition to Swan Salon. Like, how did
Mhm.
that go?
So started off braiding hair in my apartment, like
Mm-hmm.
legit, just.
Have you? What's the nastiest thing you've seen while you braiding hair? I always want to ask a hairstylist that because you know what I'm saying.
Mm,
Like y'all be seeing like that can be a very like.
it
What's
is.
the worst thing you've seen, Keith?
Gosh, ladies, all I can say is your health matters. Yeah, like we have to cut back on sugar. We have to drink more water.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be mindful of the inflammation in our body
Mm.
because it shows through your scalp. So where we
Wow.
think like, oh, I just have dandruff, let me put oil on my scalp. No, you have
Wow.
And so now this yeast is all over your scalp. You think it's dandruff. In actuality, it's yeast, and you're putting oil on it, and so
It's lice. It's lice at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's
there could be
bad.
Let's get into this hair thing because
Mhm.
us culturally, like we
Mhm.
swear we know everything, especially in an era
Yeah.
where I never thought, but kids younger than us are wearing wigs. Like the quick fix to hair is like what's
Yeah.
in now. But for you, you're a master cosmetologist. So what does being a master cosmetologist consist of? Because there's a cosmetologist and master. So what's the difference?
Basically, you just go to school for a little longer and do
Okay.
more hours so that you can. So I can transition into aesthetics if I wanted to be an esthetician. If I wanted to be a
Mm.
barber, I can make those transitions easily. I just have to do like a certification.
Okay.
But in regular cosmetology, honestly, I just went straight for master cosmetologist. I don't know their limitations, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Okay. And so the nastiest thing you've seen is somebody with lice on their head.
Not lice. I've actually
I'm
never seen lice. I
trying
wouldn't
to.
know what to do.
What
I'd
would
be
you
like,
do?
oh gosh.
Or better yet, have you had a client you had to turn away?
I have had to turn people away, but not for anything like that. More so, I remember my first time. I just morally could not take her on. She didn't have hair in the middle of her head, and I didn't know what at this time. I wasn't a hair loss specialist. This was
Mm-hmm.
me getting started. I wasn't even finished with cosmetology school,
Mm-hmm.
and she came and she had this like, kid you not, like orange size spot in the middle of her hair, completely
What
missing.
was the rest of it like?
The rest of it was pretty dense, and she told me like, "Can you just braid around it, and I'll just put it in a
Braid what?
ponytail?" It's so
It's like a tire in that
Chelsea, I
little
kid,
head.
I
Like
kid you
kid.
no, no, it's real out here. Like it breaks my heart, but women over 40 are struggling bad with hair loss, and we're not talking
Really?
about it. Yes, it's really, really bad. I kid you not.
Is it an age thing or does it go back to diet and
It's a lot of things. It's miseducation. We are of a culture that, oh, you wash your hair once a month, every
mm-hmm.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to wash your hair weekly. That's, to be honest with you. Like, it's just sweat build up, and then if
Mm-hmm.
you then have poor diet, then now you have that inflammation on your scalp. You have the yeast, and you're not washing your hair. You're washing your hair once a month. You're throwing a wig on. You're braiding it. You have a sew-in that you've had in. So imagine if you have poor diet. You have this yeast on your scalp, and you've had a sew-in for 3 months.
3 months is savage. Now I've
but
done two, but wait a minute now, Jesus. Wait a minute now.
no,
Wow.
people are doing that though because they can't be bothered. They're not hair people,
Yeah.
So
When do
it's
you
bad.
think that people? I feel like there was a turn that happened
Mhm.
where women cared about hair,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden we didn't. When do you, like what do you think happened? Like why did we stop? Because there was a big natural boom
Mhm.
for a minute,
Yeah.
and then it was like wig city.
I have no
You think
idea. I
social
know
media has a lot to do with it?
probably a lot of it. Probably a lot of it. Instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely everybody went natural and said, "Oh, I'm going to do the natural thing," and then they saw how hard it was.
Boy,
It's work.
it's work.
It's work.
It's work.
And so everybody does not want to do the work.
Okay.
Or if you don't want to do the work, then you have to be able to invest in it.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to go to the salon once a week or every 2 weeks,
It
and
can
if
be
you don't,
expensive.
it can be expensive.
Yeah.
And so,
It's funny because I tried the lock journey myself.
did you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, my journey was short.
Okay.
It was a journey
Listen,
around the block. That was it. Like,
I
because my
wouldn't
mom has
commit.
the most beautiful dreads.
Yeah.
And so I did the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize how much work went
Mm-hmm.
into it
Mm-hmm.
and that you had to keep getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
So overall for you, like, how did you migrate from master cosmetologist to hair loss, like, specialist? Like, how did that go? Like, did that lady inspire you to?
It hair loss has been a thing for me since childhood. I saw some things
Do you get
young.
emotional when you see it?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I
And
can.
uh, yeah,
It's got to be a hard thing.
it's a very hard thing, but because I started out in the braiding lane, because you don't have to have a license to braid. So I started braiding first, and then when you get into entrepreneurship, it's you have to have a niche, you have to have a target audience.
Right.
I chose women over 40. And so in that, like at first it was like, oh, these are gonna be like my big sisters. These are gonna be my mom figures. We're just gonna have conversations. It's gonna be fun to do their hair.
Yeah.
No, like I learned so much about their struggles. Like it gets heavy.
So
Yeah.
we get into the health aspect where they're being
Mhm.
prescribed these high dosage, high potent drugs,
Mhm.
and that's got to be stripping to the hair.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think people even realize how much medications take your hair off. So one of the first questions I ask when I see, clients that have hair loss, I say, "What medications are you on?" And a lot of times, blood pressure medication, something with their thyroid. It's bad. And so all these health gurus didn't just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Y'all, we gotta do better.
there was a need that
Yeah,
was created.
yeah. Like we gotta do better. Like the traditional black diet, if I'm being honest, it is probably killing us.
Wow.
The fried chicken, the collard greens, the dressing, all this stuff that is heavy on us, it's not nurturing us.
Listen, we talking real heavy about
I'm
hair
sorry.
and all that, and then some. Y'all better come get this live. Kia Williams is in here dropping gems for real, for real. Like, but it's all intertwined. So listen, y'all stay locked in. When we come back, we're gonna talk some more to Kia Williams about hair loss, my last relationship, why that nigga losing his hair, and we'll be back in a minute. Y'all stay locked in.
Hey yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I used to call myself an ugly you, but I'm not even an ugly you. I'm a sexy you, you understand? Gal all over the globe wanna up me, you understand? Girls in
entrepreneurship. You have Swan Salon. Before we dive in, what we were just talking about, walk me through a day in your life
A day in my life. Ooh,
in the Swan Salon.
that is so funny. So it's not that complicated.
I feel
Honestly,
you.
it's just because it's a shared space.
Mm-hmm.
So I rent to other stylists, and so a lot of times I'm coming in making sure like, are there clean towels? The
Yeah.
trash need to be taken out. Is the bathroom clean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of stuff. And then going to the beauty supply store, getting
Mm-hmm.
supplies because I like to do my own hair.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't bring me your hair because I don't like your hair. I'm pretty sure I don't. Mm-mm,
Wait a minute.
no.
You don't.
I don't. I'm gonna use what I know so I can know that
That
the
it's gonna be a
style comes
good.
out right.
That's true. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it might be a little bit of control freak in me. I'm a Cancer, so
Okay. It's
yeah,
okay. It's
yeah.
okay. I'm
I'm
a
a little
Taurus. I
controlling.
get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's why we. Okay,
Exactly. I'm like,
okay,
okay, it's
okay.
that energy. So you
Yeah.
have your day, and then so you've moved in the space of now more management than doing hair, or do you spend equal time doing hair and kind of managing the shared space?
So what I would tell people is in entrepreneurship, you got to have multiple streams.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually don't manage anybody. I'm an independent stylist,
Okay.
and then I rent to other independent
I
stylists.
love
So I
that.
have two stylists and a nail tech that
Okay.
are in the space, but I don't tell them when to come. They come and go as they please. They don't answer
Mm-hmm.
to me at all. Like as long as
Mm-hmm.
that invoice is paid,
I ain't trying to hear nothing.
listen, that part we good as far
Listen,
as I'm concerned.
what do you feel like is the one thing that caught you off guard about becoming an entrepreneur?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say the highs and the lows. Like there's just so many. Like one day you're all in and you're
Mm-hmm.
excited, you're in love with
It's
it.
God's plan.
Yeah, it's God's plan, it's God's will. Like you are gung ho, and then you're like, I
What am
hate
I doing
it.
with
I
my
don't have the
life?
energy. I don't want to do this. Like there's so many highs and lows. And
Yeah.
then in terms specifically in being a hairstylist, I didn't know I was gonna be everybody's therapist.
Girl.
Listen,
Girl, you are in a
that part.
servant position. Like
Whew, when
you
I
weren't
tell,
ready for the therapy, huh?
oh
When
my
did you
gosh.
realize that you were becoming a therapist?
I think mm, I don't even know because I at first I was avoiding it. I think I just started leaning into it more in the
So
past
when you
year.
say avoiding, you mean like were you one of those stylists that like you be like like when they say something you wouldn't say
No,
nothing?
no, because listen, I'm a girl's girl. So if you come to me with your problems, I'm gonna be
Mhm.
like, okay, let's fix your crown, sis. I'm
Okay.
gonna speak life into you. Like
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
never not gonna do that, but gosh, I was like, I don't want it.
You didn't
Like,
want to get personal, like
yeah,
yeah.
but I will say, I always try to pour into people so that when you leave feeling lighter, you feel
mhm.
good. You know, I don't want you
Mhm.
to just come get your hair done. Like, I want my clients to feel like they've been spending the last few hours with their homegirl.
Yeah.
So the conversation gets very open, and so
Mm.
I just wasn't ready. I just didn't know.
It was a
Like,
lot, huh?
so yeah, and I wonder with the things I've heard, like you have to be delicate with this. And I just wonder sometimes with other stylists, like, are you prepared for this?
Mm.
And what's the conversation like? You know, because you have to be mindful of the things that you're saying to people
Yeah.
because, you know, it's like this I wouldn't take it lightly.
Especially while you're like touching their crown where the
That
soul of
part,
their
the
thoughts comes
energy.
through and the energy.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize, and like you said this earlier, we're in such a fast track to instant gratification for hair.
Mhm.
You can have somebody with bad energy do your hair
Mhm.
or
And you
touch you. And you know what I'm saying? And we talk about sleeping with people. Let's talk about hairstylists. Like you get
mhm.
a bad person
Mhm.
on your head, like all of a sudden you feeling all these different emotions.
And that is something I always try to be mindful of
Mhm.
because I don't want to put my energy on anybody else, you know.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I have to make sure I'm good when I go into this space. Like
Mhm.
you gotta listen to your gossip music, gospel music. You gotta
Mhm.
praise and
Whatever you
worship,
got
whatever
to.
you gotta do to get yourself in a good space. Like,
Mhm.
and even though I might be experiencing life, I can't show that to my clients. And sometimes when I'm going through something, and they find out later, like that. Oh, you went through that? I didn't know.
You wasn't supposed to
You
know.
wasn't supposed to
Yeah.
know because I'm here for you. It's not about
Mhm.
me, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a heavy thing,
Wow.
but
So what do you do when you're on days where you're full? Because I know, as an entrepreneur, equally,
mhm,
when I have my days where my trash can is full, I can't take anymore. So how do
mhm,
you shut it down? Because I
mhm,
think we also in this era we push being superwoman all the time. That it's
mhm,
okay to not be superwoman all the time.
mhm,
So what do you do when Kia needs her moments and you're like, look, okay, I'm tapped out.
mhm. If I'm being honest, a lot of crying.
That's real.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
uh,
purge.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I isolate, and a lot
Oh,
of
you a
people probably.
Cancer for
Yeah,
real. You a
I'm
real
a real life
Cancer.
Cancer. I will go in my shell, and I don't want to talk to anybody. If it, I guess in order to bring me back, like I'll just try to consume anything that raises my vibes, like my
Mhm.
energy. So I'll listen to, if I'm being honest, pop music.
I feel
I'll
you.
watch rom coms,
Yeah,
anything
I
that
get my,
kind
my
of.
ratchet TV to kind
Yeah,
of yeah.
yeah, you
Mhm.
just gotta, but then I have to be mindful that I'm not going too far into that because then you get distracted. And so
Mhm.
then now you're not being productive. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Now you also mentioned the journey for being an entrepreneur and it being lonely, especially in dating.
Hmm.
What is it like for you just finding other women to connect with? Because I know, like for myself, starting Women Are Dope,
Hmm.
I never felt like I fit in. There
Hmm.
was always boss chick of the world and this and this and this, and I was like, I'm not neither one of those things. I'm just a dope woman that like I just like to be with dope women, do dope things. Like I don't want to be Miss President.
Hmm.
So for me, I had to create that space. What about for you? How has it been since you started in that journey?
Um, I will say I haven't been consistent in terms of like making sure I'm around women who inspire me.
So understandable though.
Yeah. When I first started out, I would go to the girl brunches and
Mhm.
everything, and then I ended up in a relationship, and he was also an entrepreneur, and so
Okay.
it was like, oh, this is my world. I don't need anybody else.
Mhm.
And so then I wasn't getting fed from other places, just there. So then when he was no longer there, it was like, oh
I
my
can't
gosh,
breathe.
I can't breathe.
Yep.
I don't know what to do. Like,
Mhm.
how am I going to function?
Mhm.
And so my therapist, I was telling her, like, I just don't feel inspired. I don't know what to do. And she was like, you got to get back out there and you got to network. You got to go to things. So I
Mhm.
started being more intentional about going to different networking events,
Mhm.
going to conferences. If there's something that I can, even if there isn't like a product that I walked away with or anything, if even if
But
it was
just the
just for
atmosphere.
the atmosphere, and
Mhm.
maybe I met one or two women, I may not ever speak to them again, but in that moment we,
Mhm.
exchanged energy and we motivated
Yeah.
each other in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that more? What is it that entrepreneur women need in those spaces? In your opinion?
Each other.
Mm.
Each other. We have to celebrate each other. There's nothing wrong. It doesn't take away from me. It doesn't dim my light for me to celebrate you and tell you,
Mhm.
Chelsea, you're dope. You're doing
Mhm.
great things. Like, I'm proud of you. That we need each other. We need
Yeah.
to have authentic conversations and say, girl, I was overwhelmed by this.
Yeah.
This was scary.
I almost knocked it over, but
I
I'm still here.
that part. So I would say more authentic conversations, being
Mm.
real about what scares you, what overwhelms you, and just being transparent.
Yeah. Now you mentioned you dating an entrepreneur. Do you feel like as an entrepreneur you still want to date an entrepreneur after that experience?
Um,
Or are you open?
I'm open. It just has to be somebody who understands and is patient with me
Mhm.
because I might need to crawl in your arms and cry
Mhm.
and say, okay, this is rough. Like,
Yeah, I don't have the
I'm
words
not
right
strong
now,
today.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not Superwoman today. I need you, or I might have a bad day and I just might need you to listen and understand for just
Mhm.
that moment, and
Mhm.
then I'll get back to being me and being fun and
Yeah.
whatever. But I think just somebody that is patient. I don't think it has to be entrepreneurship. Just
Mhm.
somebody that's
Yep.
patient and understanding. Like, know that I'm gonna be all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that you said that because I think I know myself. I've always thought, okay, I gotta have an entrepreneur, man. I gotta. I thought I was gonna be with an NBA player and all these other things.
Did
I
you
really did, and I was dating
really?
up that line, like
Uh-huh. They
Justin
scare
Gap.
me.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
I'm about that life, okay? Just shout out to Justin Gatlin, Olympic gold medalist. That's one of my.
Okay.
I was always a status like, let me date this guy because that whole power couple thing is what
Oh,
you're sold
wow.
on so much. Until
Yeah.
I realized what my definition of power is
Mm.
different from the next person's definition. And
Mhm.
so I changed that perspective. And now I'm dating someone that's a regular schmegular, like,
You call that man regular?
but he
He's
know
amazing.
he's the most
My
amazing
man. That's your
regular.
man,
He
Savannah.
ain't got no mixtapes coming out. He ain't got nothing popping off. He ain't got no music finna drop no time soon. He ain't even got
Listen,
an Instagram.
you know what? I love him for. Listen, does
Like,
he have a brother that does not have an Instagram?
listen, he
Listen.
might have some friends because I was like, you know what I think that as entrepreneurial women, we are so we embody,
Mhm.
our role so much, especially if you don't have kids. Like
Mhm.
it's hard to turn it off.
Yeah.
That I gotta be with somebody that ain't got nothing to do, so that it's entertaining to him. He wants to
Mhm.
ask a million and one questions because he's
Mhm.
not in that life, and I don't feel like I'm competing with him. So I feel like the more we get to know ourselves as women, the more we realize, you know, the type of partners and the type of friends that we need.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
you, where do you see yourself, Kia, in like the next 2 years? Like, where do you see Swan Salon? And also, why the name Swan Salon? I was gonna ask you that.
That is so funny. I'll answer that first. Why the name? So my grandmother is Margaret Swan, and so that was just
Okay,
my little,
grandma.
yeah, that's my boo.
Paying homage, okay.
Yeah, so just more so, I'm all about legacy, and I want to,
Mm-hmm.
it's not my name, but that's her
It
name.
matters, yeah.
Yeah.
What did she say when you told her the name of the salon?
I don't think she made a. She's such a low key woman. Like
Okay.
it wasn't like a big deal for her.
Okay,
It's just, like
okay.
I know she's proud of me, but it's kind of like, oh, thank you, baby. Like,
Oh, okay.
but I always try to let my cousins know, like, I'm the favorite, right?
I pay taxes on that name.
That part. That's so real.
I'm
What you
paying
put
for
on
that.
this
I'm
name?
trying to tell you, I got an LLC in this. What you got?
That part. No, that's so real. And then next 2 years, definitely some more locations.
Okay.
I would like to, not have to do hair if I don't want to. Like, not that I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. But I
Yeah.
would like to have more locations that if I choose to take a month off of doing hair, that's passive income that I'm getting.
Yeah,
So more
yeah.
locations probably.
Do you think that it's normal? And I like that you said that you want to move into a space where you're not doing hair as much. Do you think that it's normal for entrepreneurs? You go from a space of being in the business and working on it to you kind of start rising up, and it's like you don't want to do the business per se. You want to run the business.
Yeah.
When do you feel like you got to that point?
I probably realized like I just had honestly when the pandemic happened and my income dried up.
Wow.
When the world stopped and it was like, okay, this is my sole income. I don't have anything else going on. It was like, okay, this is a scary place to be.
Wow.
And fortunately, I had some amazing clients that just would send me love offerings and stuff like
Okay,
that. And I
that's
had a little
good.
savings, but no, that was a scary place to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you notice a real like heavy decrease because of the pandemic with hair?
Yes and no. Only because the world shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have people calling me like, girl, I'll wear a mask. I'll do whatever. You should have seen me in that first. I was wearing plastic gloves. I wasn't touching anybody.
Hazmat suits and
That
all.
part, I wasn't touching anybody at first. And then after that, it was like, gosh, I didn't have like a real drop off. If anything, I thrived. It was kind of weird. It was like my
Wow.
business was growing because I became officially licensed in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I'm still building my business, and then the world shuts down in 2020, and I'm at my peak. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And then after that, once like the world started opening back up, people were coming and they trust me. They were like, okay, I see that you actually wear your mask. I see that you're being safe, so I trust you. And so it was good.
Do you think that people were fronting? Because I feel like people was trying to flex like they wanted to go in to get their hair done, but people was going to get their hair
Yeah,
done.
they were going to get their hair done. And then at first, I mean, there were all the barbers and stuff that were dying and making house calls and stuff. No, that was really happening.
Wow.
And people would call me and be like, do you have any extra hair that you could just give me? Like, I just got to figure out something. And I'm like, I don't know what you're going to do. No, I'm not.
It was like hair was like crack during
It
it.
low-key was. Like, it was real.
You gotta B1. You gotta B1 color. You got a 1B over there.
30 and some 4.
Right.
Some curls that'll match my hair. Yeah, no, people were, it was crazy. But then after that, it was like busy. Business is growing. And then I realized I can't take a day off because if I take a day off, I don't eat. If I go on a trip, that's income loss for
That's
a whole week or whatever.
yeah.
So then it was like, okay, something has to shake. I did commission stylist at first. That was cool, but that's even kind of hard. I don't really like managing people.
Girl.
I would rather I have the building. I have the space. You do what you want to do. Just pay me.
Superstar
I don't wanna pay
teller.
you.
Managing people is another layer.
Oh gosh, it is not.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's definitely an interesting journey.
Yeah. I thought as a kid, like because I would be captain and assistant manager and all. I thought I could do it.
They led us wrong.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
No. Babysit people, grown people. I'll pass.
Listen.
No.
I say that all the time when I start the station. I was thinking about my brand, Women Are Dope.
Yeah.
You add on other people and other mentalities and goals, and it's like I'm barely keeping myself together. Like, when did I become savior of the world? And that's a very real place to be in when you realize that you're not just in charge of your dreams, but other people's dreams. But I like the way you have brought it back to moving in purpose with hair loss. because I feel like a lot of us get into business, but we never stop to ask about a niche. So one thing you mentioned I want to ask about business therapist.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? A lot of people don't know.
Okay, so how I ended up coming across her, I went to an event and she has a space, a creative space for entrepreneurs to create content.
Mm-hmm.
But her trade, like her actual like degree and background is in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And so she created a niche and decided that she wanted to support entrepreneurs because entrepreneurs, like this is a very
Taxing, thankless business.
that part. And
Mm-hmm.
so you don't know that you need that emotional support. And so she created that lane and it's a lot of accountability and mindset and stuff. And so yeah, she's super dope. Shout out to Lashana West.
I know that's right.
Y'all check
Shout
her
out to
out.
Lashana.
Yeah, so definitely it's I mean, I already have a therapist. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's
But a
one thing you
business
need.
therapist
But a
is a
business
whole nother
therapist,
like.
yeah, it's when you're having imposter syndrome or just things that you can't foresee, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you need a business therapist.
I love that for us
Yeah.
millennials, like, because I would have never thought, a business therapist, because one of the things that business also does, it shows you the areas of your trauma. So
Ooh.
what?
And that's what she specializes in. Because, oh my gosh.
If you got daddy issues, if you got validation issues, if you have low confidence,
Mm-hmm.
like childhood trauma, business will show you
Mm-hmm.
where your pain spots are.
No.
So what are
Definitely.
some of the personal challenges that Kia had to like overcome
Mm-hmm.
just in your, journey thus far as an entrepreneur, just emotionally?
Definitely imposter syndrome because
Mm-hmm.
I always think I'm not doing enough. And
Yeah.
people are always, oh, I see you doing this. I'm like,
Mm-mm. I'm not doing enough.
I'm not doing
I'm doing
enough.
enough.
It just feels like I check a box and then I'm on to the next thing. I never just sit
In the
and-
wind.
In the wind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the wind looks like. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I just never feel like
Ooh,
I'm doing
child.
enough. Like I put so much pressure on myself. It's crazy.
Girl.
Yeah, it's I don't know. And people are like, I don't even understand where you're at and why. Like
Because you can't see it.
yeah.
I think I saw a quote that said sometimes you miss, or you miss what you've done because you keep raising the bar for yourself. It was something like that. Like you never celebrate your goals because you keep raising the bar.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just me. Like, and that's how you say, like, it's lonely. Like, I'm like how you said, oh, you got a radio station. In my mind, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. You're not even sitting in the fact that these are what I call good problems. There are people that wish they had a swan salon that would kill just to do that. So how is it for you just having those moments of bringing yourself back after a therapy session? Like, all right, Kia, let me get back. What's your get back up process?
What's my get back up? I'll probably go hard and I'll stay motivated and then I burn out.
Yeah,
I
real.
think I need to pace myself. I suck at pacing myself. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do 5 blog posts this week. I'm gonna do 8 videos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send out
Burnt
6
out.
emails, and then I'm burnt out.
Send out one.
Because right, that part, because after
It's
you've
true.
done all this content creation and all the things and been the service provider, and then I can't just do one thing. It's
Yeah.
like I got the space. Then one of my clients said you should have a boutique because we're here already. So now I got a boutique. I'm selling hair products. I'm pushing.
I'm doing
Just
everything,
like-
but
Like, how did combing hair turn into all of this?
it does. It's funny you said that. 'Cause I promise I'm the same way. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Now I'm gonna have my tiny desk experience. Like, you just get like,
Ooh,
you.
that's dope. This is I love that.
We're gonna do a U desk experience and have music performances. But I understand what you're saying
Girl,
because
if
in
I
my.
could sing, I'll be like, and that was one thing that was dope about being in the office at Cumulus.
Mhm.
The amount of like performances
Mhm.
and stuff. Like people would come in and we would be in a space legit no bigger than this, and everybody would be
Just
instruments
performing.
and performing.
Yeah.
And, oh gosh, I love that. So that's dope. I think that's an
It's
amazing.
it's interesting because it's like
Yeah.
I've dabbled in music. I used to sing like in high school and
Yeah.
all that, and now
Yeah.
it's like people when they ask me, "Is this song hot or not?" I don't know. I don't give a shit. Is it gonna play on the radio or not? I don't care. Like
I'll give you a rotation. Let's see.
I give you a nice rotation. Like
Mhm.
it's just it's an interesting journey. But like you said, your trauma is
Mhm.
introduced to you, differently when you become an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
But then you find that who you were when you first started is not who you are 3 years later. So, what changes do you think that you've undergone
Mhm.
since the day you first opened Swan Salon? Because I know I got gray hairs.
Girl, I got gray hairs where the sun don't shine.
Girl, me too. Y'all thought I was joking. joking. I told you. I didn't know I could get him down there. It's a
That's
nice
why I
little
grade
solid.
first. I don't even hardly have grades on my actual head. Like, I'm sorry, TMI.
Listen, I
But
understand.
I think the one thing I probably what changed in me, and
Mhm.
maybe it was always there and I just didn't recognize it, is resiliency. It's because
Mm.
once like life is happening to
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
and you still have to show up and do this thing, it,
And don't have a 9 to 5 too.
oh girl, so I did end up going back to corporate America.
Ooh,
So
how was that transition going back?
shout out
'Cause-
to at first I went back to the county and I did a
Okay.
county job and I hated that. Like, shout out to government workers. They talk to you like you're a child. I was like, oh no. There was
After
a couple
being an
times.
entrepreneur,
Oh, and little do y'all know, like I still got my business. Like I'm just here.
because I'm trying to,
Yeah, because
I
like
got
I
bills.
want to have. I like insurance. Like
Yeah.
I like
Health
to
care,
go
like
to
to the
the
doctor. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, but when, oh gosh, I remember one time the director of my office said he could hear my boots coming down the hallway because you're not gonna talk to me, and then I'm not scared of nobody. I might be 5 feet tall.
That's me. Kid.
Don't
I'm
listen.
coming.
I'm coming. He said, close the door. I can hear your boots down the hall. And so we in there having a civilized conversation, and I
Mhm.
was like, okay, after I leave out of here, can I knock some stuff off the wall just so
People know. Yeah.
just so the people know that I ain't no punk.
Yeah,
He was
just-
like, no, you absolutely
Yeah,
can't.
come on, let me knock one
But
thing
yeah, I
over.
remember one time he tried to write me up for being 1 minute late. I was like, oh no. I have never not given a 2-week notice. I will. You can't pay me enough to go back to a county job. I had the worst
Wow.
experience. The people were like the coworkers and stuff.
Mhm.
Love them,
Mhm.
but the leadership, hard pass.
Ooh.
Hard pass. I won't say what county it was. If you know me, you know. But I
Mhm.
will not go back. And honestly, a lot changed in the leadership in the past, like I'll say year or two. Yeah.
Wow. It's funny because being an entrepreneur and having a regular job is you feel schizophrenic. Like I have to be on phones at work. I don't even like talking to people like that. Like all like, and I'm on like calls back to back. And so when I'm off, I can't even be Chelsea Speaks because I done Chelsea spoke the whole day. Like I
Listen.
literally have nothing left. I'm like dried out. Like
No, that's real. That's super real. And I understand that. And that's even being a hairstylist, having to have conversation all day long. When I come home, I don't want to talk to you.
I can't.
And that's like living with somebody, I can't even imagine.
That's
like,
my fear.
yeah, because I don't
My
wanna
transitions,
talk to
I don't.
you.
Yeah,
like, when I come home, please don't touch me.
don't say nothing. Just give
My
me a
food
minute.
better be right where I left it.
Listen.
I just want to come in this space. Let's just. Can we coexist and like not actually talk?
Listen.
Let's just share energy. Like just be right there.
Like just you can stay there. I can see you.
yeah.
Just
Don't.
I'll come
yeah.
around,
Mhm.
but I gotta decompress.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. I don't think that people understand before we go to the next break how emotionally pulling it is once again to be an introverted extrovert when the time is necessary.
That part.
So listen, we come back. We'll talk some more to Kia Williams. Y'all better catch these gems because this is real life entrepreneur talk. We need more spaces to get these things off our chest because we are out here. We matter. Black
Right.
lives matters. Entrepreneurs
It's not for the
matter.
faint of heart. We are struggling.
We're struggling. Y'all stay locked in. 101 TK Radio. We are the People's Plug. I'll be back in a minute.
Pinky ring, we're about to 50. Two-tone my Lambo, that's drippy. But I left the bottle, now she tipsy. Can't trust these cause they hippie. I know that your best friend gon' slide now. Party at my house, that's a vibe now. All on these like LeBron now. She spitting off the top, that's a freestyle. I'm about to run it up. I'm about to pull up in that motherfucking Billy truck. Got some bad, seen it about to get up. And we take it over just to sum it up, sum it up. Yeah, I need my commas up. I ain't playing, man, I put that on my mama. 24 on the jersey just for mama. Pins color on the beat, I put my arm through the rim. It's your birthday. Put your hands in the air, it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a f, it's not your birthday. You should be doing that back in the first place. It's breezy, know you heard of me. Ooh, yeah. Pinky ring, we're about to 50. Two-tone my Lambo, that's drippy. But I left the bottle, now she tipsy. Can't trust these cause they hippie.
dandruff in your spirit. But listen, we'll get back to this hair situation. Who does your hair?
Me.
Okay.
I don't trust anybody. I'm so tender-headed.
Really?
Yeah. My best friend helped me with a braid down one time, and I still complain about that today. Like, I can feel it now, like, just mentioning it. She swears I'm just the biggest baby, but I'm like, girl, that hurt. Like, ow, what you be doing to my God, baby? I know it hurt.
So, like 1 to 10, how tender-headed are you? Is it that bad?
9.5, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like to be like, even when I do my own hair, like I feel it, but like, so when I get clients that say, if I ask them like, are you tender headed? Like, I'll ask just to ask, but like, I'm not really an aggressive stylist. So they always say, I can barely feel you. And when I ask, are you tender headed? They'll say, I grew out of that. Girl, how? That's your body. That means that you have become like resistant to trauma in your body. Because like what, you're not supposed to turn that off. Yes, that's your hair telling you, no,
For
ow,
real?
this hurts.
Because I grew out of it myself. Like I from getting sew in so much.
Oh gosh, your pain tolerance gotta be
Trauma will do that to you.
That part, like your hair is trying to tell you, girl, I can't take no more. I'm out. Like
mine be like, this feel good.
Oh girl, no,
yeah.
I'd be like, ow.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what's the worst or the toughest client that you've had to date? What was that experience like? Were they tender headed or what was it?
Sometimes because I'm younger than my clientele and I'm small, I think they that they can bully me.
Oh.
So that's more
that.
so. Yeah, that's more so the struggle. It's not so much the hair. It's more so the relationship of
the big sister in me, and I don't need that.
Yeah. Or just I don't know. Like they'll come in and start trying to talk. Like I've had people, think, well, can I speak to a manager? I'm the owner. I'm the owner. How
Facts.
That part. Like you're not just gonna come in here and talk to me any kind of way. But I had a lady one time. One of my clients, I try not to give out my personal number. Like, if you have it and you've had it for a while, fine, but don't give it to anybody else.
Right, don't do that.
And I had a client give out a number to a lady. And when I tell you, that lady, I knew like, you can already tell after you've done it so long, who's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
This lady, her spirit was so negative, and she did not warn me about her hair. And, of course, now at this point, some years in, I can adapt. But she came in, she was really just anxious. She had some underlying things going on, but she didn't tell me that she had hair loss. So she comes in, she takes her wig off, and she came in for a particular style, like individual twist. And now I can't do this style because you didn't warn me that you have hair loss. So now I had to adapt. I had to go to the store, buy new hair, and convince her, like, okay, this is what I can do for you. But what you booked, I can't do that. And so I ended up having to do like a crochet. And of course, it came out cute. She was like, I don't know, it kind of looked like Bob Marley hair. And women of a particular age, like, they can just be so negative in their self-talk and stuff. And, oh, it looked nappy. And it's like, wow.
Ooh.
That, like, seeing women of a particular age and how they speak to themselves can be really, really hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably because that transition they're used to themselves are. And I wonder about that. Like, Lord, am I gonna be like that? Am I gonna be looking at
I don't think millennials are gonna be like
I don't,
that. Like we're just different.
We
like
chill. Like,
yeah. I was even joking with my mom the other day. She's talking about, I don't want to go to the old people homes. I'm like, girl, we're going together. Like, we're not that far apart in age. It's gonna be lit. Like, we're gonna be in
it's
there.
It's a whole club outside.
Right, that part.
DJ Superstar gonna be there on Friday nights. You know they got Jello on the Fridays.
That part. Yes, it's gonna be lit. Yeah.
No, but that's real. So what what is some advice that you would give to women that are looking to start their natural hair journey, that are looking to find a new stylist, like how to know you've selected someone that's truly good for you and what you're trying to do?
Have a consultation first.
Okay.
See,
so pay for that consultation.
Pay for the consultation.
Because I feel in Atlanta, they be talking about consultation, but it's like,
yeah, no, pay for the consultation because you get to, it's an exchange that you can know if this person's knowledgeable or not, and then also you can their work or anything like that. They don't know how to even help you. So go for the consultation. See how knowledgeable they are about your particular situation. And if you're just starting out, you might have to take some L's. You gotta shop
I took
around.
some L's at mine.
You gotta take some L's. Unfortunately, do your research. And I mean, if you have a particular stylist you're interested in, follow them for a little while. See what the reviews are. If you could reach out to any of their clients, it might be weird, but
true. Yeah, that's a good thing to do though. Knowledge, because people take those referrals seriously.
Yeah, no, but yeah, check that stuff out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
So,
it. So what's coming next for Swan Salon in the next year? What can we look forward to?
definitely. So I would say like my business is a little bit two parts. So of course you have
Okay.
Swan Salon Studio, and that's the tenants and
Mhm.
everything. But I want to, me personally, Kia, I want to lean more into hair loss. I want to help more women that are suffering from hair loss. I want to help them with their lifestyle. Like we
Mhm.
need to be drinking more water, exercising. We need to eat less fast food. We got to do better.
I
And
love
so
that.
more leaning into that.
So I see you like speaking more over the year, and are you gonna be like leaning more into like coming to the forefront and speaking and doing stuff like that? I kind of feel like you're gonna be in that
That's so
space a little
funny.
bit.
And that's why when you reached out to me, I was like, okay, God, I see you. Because, like, you got to be careful what you ask for. Because it's been on my
He
vision
sent
board.
people like me.
That part. And, like, dang, she got that message.
Yeah.
Dang. Did you talk to
I
Chelsea?
did.
Okay. God talked to you. So, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely open. I got to put myself out there more.
Yeah.
So
When I saw your flyer, you were doing you're on a panel. I was like, yes, I'm so glad. I was so excited for you, like
I was so
because
scared.
I'm like women like you deserve to be on platforms.
Oh,
You know what I'm
thank you.
saying? What we do is from a heart of love,
Mhm.
and wanting to help other women is a unique space to be in. Even when I have female issues,
Mhm.
my purpose of believing that all women are dope
Mhm.
transcends
Yeah.
and overrides and supersedes my personal feelings every time. So whenever I see another dope woman, I'm just like, I have to give it up because that's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So how can we contact you? How can we connect with you for our listeners out there? Because I
Mhm.
know we do have Kia coming back, and next time, Kia, next time if you want to bring a client with you and have a
Okay.
whole experience, we can. But
Yeah.
where can we find you? Where can we lock in with you, support with you, and book you?
You can go to swansalonstudio.com. If
Bam.
you are on a hair loss journey, you can go to Reclaim Your Crown. So it's ryccommunity.com
Okay.
and learn more about how we can get together and I can help you on your journey to grow healthy, natural hair.
So do you only do like natural hair or like what? Because I like if somebody like me in
Okay.
between sew-ins,
Mhm.
can I come to someone like you just to get my natural hair like just nice and cleaned up and then go get in the sew-in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I actually have clients who do that. They might want down to the booty ankle braids, and I don't do that. Like I got you at waist length, and then
Mhm.
after that, like you got to go somewhere else, or I don't do closures. So they'll come and get like their trims, deep
Okay.
condition treatments, all that kind of stuff, or even a Japanese head spa, and do their relaxation
Really?
stuff with me. So the hair care is my portion, and then when you want the crazier stuff that I don't do, like
Mhm.
past color and waist length braids, I ain't
So
got
you do
you.
the Japanese traditions?
Yeah,
What all does that include,
absolutely.
real quick?
It's more so like a therapeutic massage, so it's a deep, just so anything like for your body that you would think,
Mhm.
we're just focusing directly on the scalp. So we're just deep head massages and a little bit of the neck and all that good
Oh,
stuff.
I'm going to
And
get mine after I get this taken out. All of it.
listen.
You need what too?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Hold the waves out.
That part, I can massage your waves.
Get them things back into rotation.
That part,
No, but
yeah.
it's good for men too, because men have to take care of their hair as well. I think we cannot forget our men.
I always struggle with men because, again, being in that relationship, he was
Okay.
like, I don't want my woman doing men because there's that moment where it's like you're a girl, like I don't want you having
Brother,
your
we
chest
trying to
all
get the
in.
bag.
Listen, so I don't know. I guess he didn't want no competition.
He
but,
better.
hey,
We done with him though.
we
right?
done with him. So
Because we got to count for the men's. It's a lot of men's I know with these Beijing beards and stuff that
Oh,
need to
my
be rubbed down,
gosh.
slubbed down.
And they losing their hair too. So
I mean, losing hair is a common thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But like, I see the Caucasian women doing the Japanese thing, and
Mhm.
I have yet to see a black cosmetologist do it. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I want to try it because
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't go to the Caucasian salon and do it. So I'm personally anxious to try it because
Yeah.
I've seen what it can do.
Yeah, more black stylists are leaning into it because we see that there's a need. Because okay, I go to this Japanese place or I go to the white salon and get it done, and then I can't walk out with a style.
Right.
So for me, like, no, my girl, you can walk out with a silk press, 2-strand twist set, whatever you need,
And
like,
a
it's
therapeutic.
that part.
So
I
do you
got
have a little thing that goes back with the little lines?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a shower head. It's the rain head.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, like it's just a little rainbow thing, kind of.
It
like
looks
a
so
sprinkle.
cool,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Listen, y'all gotta lock in with Styles by Kia Monet because I'm over here like I've been waiting to find somebody to do it. So right now my whole heart is happy. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you do the Japanese thing,
Yeah,
so girl.
absolutely. We can gonna massage your little hands and arms and make
What?
sure you put on some
Listen.
music. You're gonna feel real good. You're gonna be
Listen.
sleepy afterwards, but it'll be
I'll
alright.
take that. Listen, y'all get y'all life together. It's important to keep your soul, your spirit, and your hair too, because your hair is your crown.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, Kia, any last comments? You got anybody you want to say hey and or bye to?
Right. No, I say hi to all my clients. Thank you for your support. Thank
Hey,
you for keeping
y'all.
me fed and working. Thank you. Shout out to my mama and my daddy and all the family. Love y'all.
Family.
Yeah.
East side for life.
East side for life. Down.
Listen, you guys, make sure you tap on my girl Kia Styles by Kia Monet. Reclaim your crown. Go get that Japanese therapeutic treatment. Go get your scalp massage. Yes, I know we are all dedicated to our hairstylists, but we gotta leave room for taking care of ourselves. You know, with other people doing different things. So y'all go ahead and check my girl Kia out. Listen, we come back. We had a little more conversation. We are out right now. It's me and DJ Superstar 101 TK Radio. We are the People's Plug. Y'all stay locked in.
You ready, Mace?
Party people in the place to be. It's about that time
For us too. Yeah, what you know about going out? Head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Try and live it up, rock jewel, bigger truck, piece all glittered up. Stick a kid, what? Jig with a cut, sip crisp, spit it up. Rock, get your till I can't get it up. I'm a big man, get this man room out of here.
Make Me Blush, Girl Code, Unbothered, The Renaissance, Bold Ambition, Ambiance, Pick Your Poison, Know Your Worth, and Believe. And introducing the new bundle pack, which includes melting wax diffuser burning oils, room and linen spray, and infused candles. You can mix and match to make it make sense. You can personally define through scent and drive people crazy. Meet the Sensible Fragrance team at the 2024 Untamed Women's Expo. It's the Sensible Experience. Sensible Fragrances. Check them out on IG at Sensible Fragrances 2023. You can also shop online at sensiblefragrances.com. A percentage of the proceeds go to cancer research. Now that makes sense. Sensible Fragrances, where everything makes sense.
In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration.
What up, man? It's hitmaker producer Mr. Hanky, and I'm here on 101 TKO Radio. Tap in.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average. Papa twist cabbage off instinct. Just don't think, get stink, pink gators. My Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. That's dead right. If they head right, Biggie there every night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls want to us, wanna do us. Screw us, who us? Yeah, Papa and Pump. Close like Starsky and Hutch. Stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily.
Take that.
Recently, frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace. With my peace. Packing, asking who want it. They want it, flaunt it. That Brooklyn bull, we on it.
Biggie, biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
I put off NY onto DKNY. Miami, DC, prefer Versace.
That's right.
All Philly, booty boy, know it's Moschino. Every cutie with the booty boy, the coochie. Now who's the real dookie? Meaning who's really the Rod Gators, Frank White push the 6 or the Lexus LX 4.5. Bulletproof glass tint called gangsters pass. Gon' blast squeeze first, ask questions last. That's how most of these so-called gangsters pass. At last. Rapping about you on the broads, is them broads, menage a trois, sex and expensive cars, and still leave you on the pavement. Condo paid for, no car payment. At my arraignment, no for the plaintiff. Your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty. That's how I stay true. Richer than rich, so you just come and get me. Come on.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
I can fill you with real millionaires. That's cargo, my cargo. 160, swiftly. Wreck it by your new one. Your crew run. Your crew run. I know you sick of this name brand with flows. Girls say he's sweet like licorice. So get with this. It's easy. Girlfriend, here's a pin. Call me round 10, come through, have sex on rugs, that's Persian. That's right. Come up to your job, hit you while you're working, for certain. Papa freaking, not speaking. Leave that is a bleaking, like rapper demo. Tell them girls want clothes off slowly. Kill them with the force like instinct, black like Kobe. Watch me roam like Romy. Lucky they don't owe me. Where to say, show me, homie.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flash
Check 1, 2.
I put it down for the LBC.
I put it down for a place called Queens.
You know I represent the 213.
I hold it down for the big city.
I keep it gangster for all my young G's.
All the PYTs with their own car keys.
I put it down for all the
ladies.
My next song about you. Yeah, skinny back.
It's all about you.
Alibaba, Gilly J, Lucy Pearl, all over the world.
It's all about you.
We gon' dance to this one for sure. I tried to look the other way the day you passed me by. I saw you holding Q-tips hand, and girl, I damn near died. The way you hold that Cosmo just fits you to a T. But I just wish that you was sitting right next to me. I wonder what was on God's mind the day that he made you. I know he wrote a new commandment after he was through. But every time I see you, I find something new. But I just gotta have you. I really want you. I just gotta have you. I really want you. I just got to have you. Me and nephew Snoop was eating at the serving spoon, and my partner Skinny Back was sitting with us too. And all of a sudden, your body was inside. I couldn't finish breakfast. Now something just ain't right. Now Snoop is looking like, what the hell is wrong with you? I said, I know you understand you've been through a few, but this one was special, special to me. Is it just my imagination killing me, girl? You, all I ever want is you. I just got to have you. Now all I really want is you.
I can't fake it no more. I can't take it no more. I need you in my life for sure, my wife for sure. No turning back, and it's only cracking. Pure satisfaction, girl, that's what's happening.
I appropriate game, you know my name. Abstractist and them bad times split. A man need a lady, no matter the kind of diamond shining like you know it's hard to find.
Time brings change and change brings time. My nephew wants you cause you so fine.
A woman choose a man is a real motif. Make your choice, cause me and Ray, we never have beef. Me and Snoop, we go hard. Real macaronis. Why you think that we want to have a ceremony? Snoop Dogg.
It's something special about you, baby, but I need to know right here, right now what you really wanna do.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone, but I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of.
You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying to chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they grow, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Power and the money, money and the power. Minute after minute they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are
Looking at my rollie, it's about that time for SWV to drop a gem on mine. Players talk to talk, but they can't walk it. We make the whole country bounce when we New York it. Don't speak about it, be about it. Seeing Puff on your tube, feeling weak about it. I got the skill of an actor, wind chill factor, -5.5, coolest man alive. Baby, who that is? Oh, that's just Puff Daddy. Keep you on my mind like I keep me on my shine. And I feel fine, sex real dimes. While I'm in your deck on rewind. Ooh, I make it hot till you're gelling what PD got. Since PD rock, see me not. So many bricks, I build a tenement. We'll do the freaky thing, baby girl, if you're into it.
I'm looking for a lover that can make a sacrifice. A lover that will understand, will always be by my side. I pray the Lord so I can find my Mr. Right. So who can it be? The one for me. I need someone that I can believe, someone to satisfy me. I need love. Oh, someone who's faithful and true. Oh, baby, can it be you? I need love. Can it be that you're the one and I've been too blind to see? You're everything I'll ever need. Someone who'll love me for me. I wanna know, I wanna see my destiny. If you're
G's. Back on the scene, pocket full of cream now. Gone so long, thought they was locked in the peen now. Meanwhile, they be bumping in the clubs. Can we get freaky tonight? Show 'em love. Puffin' J-Dubs, platinum stats, plush oriental rugs, and platinum plaques. Come on.
Love of a lifetime. Oh, baby, can it be the one for me? I want you to be my baby. Can you be my everything? I need someone to satisfy me. I need love, love, love.
been strong affiliates of our radio station. They've been on our airwaves. They remain on our airwaves, and they're just a special place in my heart because I know what their grind is like. They're beautiful young women, talented. They will, karate chop you if they have to. I recently learned that about them, or they will cut your grass if that is necessary as well. But listen, y'all put your hands together for my girls, the Mako girls in the building.
What's up, y'all?
How y'all doing, ladies?
We are good. I'm enjoying the freaking new year. Okay, everything's like going like according to plan. Like it's just going cool.
Man, listen, how was the remainder of 2024 for y'all? Because you guys have been on a serious work mode. So talk to me about how the end of last year kind of got you ready for the top of this year.
I think we really took time to dive in about ourselves. We took a lot of time to enjoy our family time, but really figure out who we are as a group individually together. Like we've been doing it for so long, but you still have to sit there and break it down. Like, what do people know about us? What do they like? What do they not like? We had to literally sit there and do that before this year came to even know what we were trying to do next and like, how to start the year. So
and also like prepping content because we're like, okay, we're prepping for work. Work is coming out, so we need to figure out what content we want to do, what things do we want to implement or show, like how we want to put this together so that people can still follow our journey and still follow, like let them know like, hey, work is out. So like make sure y'all go buy it. Make sure y'all go check it out.
We had to literally just take the reins of our career. Our parents are still there, obviously, but like we really had to sit down and start doing a lot of the stuff ourselves. So setting up the photo shoots, setting up the picking out our outfits. They do a lot of the calling, which we appreciate.
Yeah.
But like we had to start going to these places and like showing our face and just really taking, like I said,
even like taking over like the whole like business like emails that we get, and let's say like people reach out for us for like brand collaborations. Like now we're heading all of that, so like I'm the one that takes care of like, oh, the type was like, okay, hello, thank you so much for this opportunity and stuff.
Corporate America on Smash. Okay.
But it's only an email. I don't like to do it over the phone. And any phone thing, we give it to Mimi.
Okay, so you the phone person.
Yes, I'm checking in, making sure we set up dates for things. I'm contacting the videographer, photographer.
Okay.
If we meet somebody, I try to follow up so that way we can try and work together. We've been making good connections that we want to apply this year. So there's a producer, Twisted Genius, we met on live. He does a lot of music for like Lil Baby and stuff like that. He met us on a live, and he was like, he liked what we do, and I checked in with him, like letting him know we wanted to reach out again. We met somebody at a Revolt event who actually knew who we were because we worked with the same people. He actually took our pictures for the cover of work and just still following up with the connections that we make when we're meeting people and just making sure they're genuine and things like that.
Wow. So I'm curious, like, and y'all know I love to ask y'all all the tea questions. So you're known as the Mako girls, but you guys are young women. How has it been progressing more into your woman adulthood? Because, being a woman in transition, like going by Mako girls, like little Bow Wow, like we still call them Bow Wow or Big Bow Wow. Like, how has that been for you? Like, has it continued to be, is it a challenge for people to see you as grown women?
I think it is like we started to notice like we look very young, so they mistaken
us. I feel you.
They mistaken us. We're like, oh, so y'all are teenagers, so we can't cuss in front of y'all. Like, no, we're like we're in our 20s. So we're trying to like slowly progress and kind of show like our more day-to-day things because we like to drink celebratory. So we're not like
recreationally.
So
sorry,
but she had to put that out there. So I'm just curious, like, what do you guys like to celebrate? Like,
oh no, my favorite. I like fruity stuff, so I prefer like some type of daiquiri or margarita, something that like just tastes good.
Okay, you don't want to know it's liquor.
Yeah, no, I really don't.
Okay.
I really do not want to, but yeah, we do a lot. We want to like show our lives more in the music and more like when people see us, because I feel like we've always been so polished and like professional, which is still good. And
I feel you.
People respect us for that, but they also don't know us because
we
don't show any of it. Like we keep our birthdays to ourselves, our holidays, how we celebrate.
I feel
with
you.
Friends. They probably don't even like. They probably didn't even know we were our ages because we don't drink on like social media. And we also still not gonna obviously like do too much, but still show like we're old enough.
I'm a grown woman. I'm still
a little wine tasting, like we did like a Galentine's thing.
I saw that.
Our wine and stuff. So we're
I saw your boyfriend. I said, "Oh, is that a boy?" I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, but I remember you said you've been with him for a while, so I was like, "But it's so true what you said." I'm experiencing that myself. Like, people see Chelsea Speaks, and I'm like, they know that, but they don't know like what I look like when I'm home and just chilling in a robe. Like, you're more of yourself then. Like, that's the person behind the music. Do you feel like you approaching this new era of showing more of who am I really? But who are we really behind the music? Do you feel like it's just taking on a different life of its own, like it's helping put the work in, if you will?
I would say it's like helping us expand who we are to like the people and stuff, because normally, it is just like business and stuff, but it's also a challenge to like find that even balance in between it. So it's like, okay, I want to show them that, okay, I do this. Like, we want to show them at least 5 seconds. I don't want to put it all out there, but like us helping our dad out with like landscaping and stuff. Because even when we talk about it to people, they're like, you need to document that. Like, people want to see.
Because
like,
I couldn't believe
we
it.
wanted to kind of keep that on its own. Like I used to make this joke, like it's so good that we work far from where we live. Because I'm like, people from our school gonna be like, that Mako girl stuff.
I know y'all
I thought they would say something like that.
But you gotta go to work.
Right. But it also is a respect thing, because a lot of people don't know, like, oh, okay, they actually be out there working. Like, we would be doing that before we have a show. So it's more so of a respect the grind, what you do, even when you have other stuff that you have to do behind the scenes.
Yeah. Do you think that that's something that a lot of artists like kind of shy away from? Like they act like you can't have a real life. Like they lean so much into artistry that they forget you still gotta work. You still gotta grind. Like
I think we're tapping into the real life stuff. We've been able to just be artists and perform and things like that. But we're also getting older, so we have to tap into what's gonna pay until it's fully paying me, and that's the juggle right now. Like we still want to make money, so we have good thing. We're really smart with our side ventures. Like Anai does her cosplay and she gets paid from it, and then I'm doing hair and companies pay me to wear the hair. And Tina's streaming and wants to get paid from streaming. So we're tapping into like our creative side, but we also do have to think about like what can we do as a job that will pay us on the side while we're still pursuing this career.
And it's also seeing like like for me, like I'm seeing like some of the artists that I like we loved, and I was like, man, they worked before and they had so it's still possible to
Lobster, they had to do that stuff.
I think they said what was it, Dochi or however it was. Like she quit her job before she got put on. Like, but I think as a culture we tend to feel like, you have to just pop out the gate and everything is all just given to you, and that's not the case at all. So what are some of the lessons that you guys have learned, I think, in the latter part of 2024 that are propelling you or preparing you for 2025?
It's not like, it's more like not letting people, like the way people think about us kind of dictate what we're doing, because there'll be certain things where we're like, okay, we don't want to do this because we don't want them to think that we're either trying to be grown or trying to do this and trying to do that, and we're like, okay, but we're growing up. It's eventually going to come out either eventually, like nicely or not.
Grow
so
up.
we're have to grow up eventually. So it's like, okay, we need to progress more. What are we going to want to allow? What are we not going to allow? And let's see how we can kind of like push the boundaries a bit, because at the end of the day, we are artists as well as humans. So we're trying to make sure that we have that like
that
connection.
bandwidth.
That balance. I think for me it was just us trying to think, because you tapped in on a lot of the stuff that I was gonna mention.
Sorry, I'm speaking more now.
Last year we just learned a lot about what we had to do for ourselves, and like trying to figure out that strength on our own without the help, and people also who work with us doing their own things. So you can't really rely on everybody. Like you still have to figure it out on your own. Even though you have people you can call on,
you still got to take control.
Go and sit and learn those different skills and apply them, because what you can do by yourself, when you have somebody to do it for you, you'll know exactly what you need done.
I would even say like the last tidbit is like working smarter, because like we're putting in a lot of work and stuff like that, but when it's not like applied right throughout all aspects of it, like we're working hard and stuff, but it's like working hard will get you so far without like working smart. You gotta like balance out your time, and like we're now understanding how marketing works and stuff, like planning budgets aside, like we're getting the content and stuff, but if we're not marketing it, like we're working hard for the stuff, but we're not being smart about what we're doing with the content. And so it's just like, oh god, there's like a hair on my lip, but it's like tapping into all realms of the music industry, the business side of it, the content creation, the artistry of it all. It's literally just finding that balance and really just planning it out all the way through.
Now you mentioned you guys had a conversation about what do people like, what people don't like. How did that conversation go for you guys?
Honestly, I went on Canva and made a little slideshow. I have our portfolio of who make, because I was like, we don't have a voice as a group. Like we've been told, like we've been taught to be kind of very neutral. We don't really say what we think too much. We don't want it to be controversial. So we sat there and made a portfolio of what our style is like. When we dress up, what is our typical style? So it's like streetwear. We can be girly. We have our like, what's it called? Subversive. So it's like the distressed look.
Okay.
The Alita style. So we have that being
playing to
fun.
those things, and we're using this thing I'm making on Canva to be our guide, so we don't have to think about that kind of stuff. It's already there.
Okay.
Even like tapping into like what brands we want to work with, like what
and
brands
strategically work.
because we're like what do we stand for? What do we want to make sure like we stand 10 toes on this topic, and then what brands kind of associate with the things that we stand 10 toes down on.
Yeah, or if they're sending people out to these events, so like we know L'Oreal, we know somebody who works with them very closely, and we wear makeup all the time. We love their mascara, so we're like, they're sponsoring these festivals. They send these influencers out to these events, and we're using us as a group, as a girl group, using our music, showcasing their product. This is like kind of filling in that gap for us to be in those spaces in our way, because everybody has a way that they say will work, but it has to work for you. Because for us, we've seen so many ways to do it, but it doesn't work for us. So we have to really sit there and make the blueprint ourselves.
I think a lot of artists don't want to actually do the work of doing the blueprint. Like you guys are really looking at, okay, we've gotten this far. Like, how do we take this to the next level?
Yes.
So what are some brands that you're looking at working with, or that you're wanting to work with in this next phase of Makeup Girls?
Yeah.
Fenty Beauty, please.
Rihanna, please.
Or Fenty Hair, like either one, because she just shows black excellence. We were also saying Taraji, because she doesn't get as much shine on her products, but we love what she
her
has.
shampoo. I love her shampoo.
Her
conditioner.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
Okay.
Because like for me, like I like it makes my hair feel like light after I like wash it. So I really love
I didn't actually know she had a line.
Yeah, she has
a
hair
line.
care,
Oh,
and she has like body care too, which I actually love as well.
What's the name of her line?
It's like
Well,
it's
I
like
think she goes by
TP. It's like
just
TP.
her name or her initials.
Wow.
It's really it's like in Walmart too. So whenever like I need to go hair wash my hair, it's like okay, I need my Taraji shampoo. Where is that?
But using like working with somebody like her, because she's like a face of black women, that connection into that world. Also, we said Elf, because we use Elf all the time.
Okay.
We just also pay attention to who they already collaborate with. Like they collaborate with a lot of creators, so Elf was one of them. We said L'Oreal, that was another brand. We want to do Fashion Nova because we wear Fashion Nova.
Listen, I'm surprised y'all ain't on the fashion.
I don't know. I wish we did.
Okay.
I wish we did.
It was like them or like the Mila, because we wear their pieces like almost
the
every
like
time.
the
It's like streetwear, like
the biker look that we always wear with the bright colors. Yeah, that's the company. They have a lot of really cool pieces.
Okay.
Very standout pieces. Anybody else we could think of?
that's the ones I can think of off the top of my head. I know it was really like a lot of makeup, like beauty brands is definitely something that we use all the time, and then the collaboration with us would just like skyrocket. Like, that would be awesome.
Now, what about the cosplay for you? Is there anybody that you would want to specifically work with? Like,
I don't know. They just keep coming out the blue. Like, literally.
She has some great things under her belt.
No, because I worked with the creators of League of Legends Riot Game Studio. I actually got flown out there to go first tour the studio. Yeah. I went to a whole gaming convention. I've never been to one in my life. Just a whole esports team. Like, it was a different realm. Like, I was like, I know I'm like a nerd in certain fields and stuff like that, but that was different. I was like, oh my God. Like, they're over here trying to explain the gameplay to me. They're like, oh man, this is what's going on. Now this is happening. And I'm like, should I be happy? Should I be upset? What's going on? Too much is happening at once so fast. Like, I was like, I feel like my mom in this situation, but like, I was able to play the game with one of the game developers for the character that I was cosplaying as. And so, like, we had recorded a whole YouTube video together, and then they just had me out there as different characters from their video game. And so I would greet people out there, give out, like, codes and stuff.
That's lit.
Cosplaying is honestly...
And she's on Netflix, too. She did the one for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What?
Yes. Yeah, she's really... The connections in that is good.
I knew that was your girl.
Yeah. We always saying the same thing. Like, she's famous and Keena has all the connections.
I was going to say, because you do streaming, what is that like for you? Because a lot of females are getting more into streaming. So what is that world like?
It's fun. It's like a flip coin, because you can either have good people on your team or bad people on your team. Luckily, I have a good group of friends, so I mostly play with them. But I don't, like, there'll be certain times I'm like, I don't want to play Call of Duty by myself. I get called slurs. I don't I don't want to deal with that. And then my anger bubbles up, so I have to hit low at certain cages. I don't want to feel I have to do that, but I have to.
So wait, so when you play Call of Duty, you play Fortnite too?
I play Fortnite. I used to play Fortnite a lot, but because I now switched to a PC, I'm trying to figure out how to better play that game because of the fact that it's not very operable on a PC like thing.
Wow.
So I have to still use my Xbox to play it. But like for me, I'll have connections with the people like
We don't. We go to any like what is it? We went to the LAN party, and so we see Keena for like 5 seconds. Keena's gone. Like she's up here on the stage dancing because she knows everyone there.
We don't know these people. Keena knows everybody, but they know us because of Keena, and they invited us to come perform at their after parties. And one of them flew us out to New York to do Webster Hall to perform at their after party. Like Keena really, they support heavy. So if they like you, they're gonna try to put you on because they. Also, Trap Sushi, shout out to them. They had a panel at Revolt World. They was like, we want to get performers so that way we can put y'all on to perform. Right. And they're always thinking about, it's like, I appreciate y'all so much. Aww. Y'all always like come through. We come out and support. They ask us to come and perform. So that community is really strong.
Wow. I love the support. So it looks like you guys have really been putting in work, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it from behind the scenes.
So talk about this newest single work. What went behind it? You know, we all putting in work, but what's up with it? What's up?
Oh, okay.
I thought you were finna talk. I was like, she said,
no, you can go. You can go.
Work is basically a song. It's more so dedicated to like if you have somebody who's interested in you, they got to put in effort. Like that's really you got to put in the work. Little stuff is not enough. Like I think we see it a lot where there needs to be more standards. Like you should be putting in a lot more work, and we have a lot of us girls or just people in general have a lot going for themselves. So you have to have somebody who wants to put in the work for you. True. Because I'm going to keep moving whether you're there or not.
Catch up, brother.
So I need you to put in the work for me if you want like my love, my affection, like my time. So that's basically the song. It's like if you want this, if you want,
you gotta work.
You gotta work. Yeah, I already know what I bring to the table, so you gotta work.
See, I love the fact of the type of music that you guys do because I feel like with this generation of women, it's quick, like, you know, you just want a dude to buy you this or take you to dinner. Like, we have lost such an appreciation for real standards and real boundaries and really having those. Like, you can't get to me just any kind of way. Yeah. So even as a grown woman, when I hear work, I'm like, yo, you do got to put in work because you can try to act like, you know, somebody can just get you quick, but to really have something, you got to put in work.
Yeah.
So what does it take for a guy to work for the Mako girls? Like, what does that look like?
Well, all I say is you gotta respect my schedule. Okay, first off, like I don't have time, which is why I can't say too much on work. Okay, like I'm not even giving them the time to work. But I just know I'm a person. I love gifts. I like you to spend time with me. Okay. I know
the time that you don't have.
Yeah, the time that I don't have. Whenever it's there.
Time in my schedule.
Yeah. But those are like some of the qualities, and then also just like being supportive of like whatever I do, like anything I do. Like I want to see you, like my number one fan up there.
You better be taking better pictures than me.
My homegirls are hyping me up, and if you ain't putting in that effort, then you gotta go.
I always say, my homegirls doing more than you. What are we doing? What about you? Now you've been with yours. What does it take for a man to work for?
I like acts of service, so like helping out and being there. Like my boyfriend's the first person we call all the time for every little thing. He was gonna take us to the interview today. We told him he was off the hook, and he was like, "What? Y'all don't need me no more." So yeah, I think just always wanting to do the extra mile, like always wanting to be there and take care of you, like that kind of stuff. And the stuff when you're not asking for it, they just do it. I always tell my friends, like, you need to test your new partner. You gotta test them. So like it's cool, y'all exchange gifts and y'all do things like that, but I need you to ask him for something. He's just gonna get it for you.
That's true.
Because you asked for it, not because this is like always an exchange. So we're really always like, just, hey, I need to see if he'll do it for me, because I know I'm gonna do it for you.
But I need to see if you're gonna do it, brother.
I just need to see if you're gonna do it. Yeah,
I know that's right.
Pretty much.
What about you?
A lot of communication. Because I need to be the person to kind of like talk through certain things, or I'll just ask random questions, and it'll be flat out stupid.
Keena is a certified yapper.
Keena,
24/7, 365.
So let's see what happens.
Situation.
Because I watch the show. Like I watched this anime called Delicious in Dungeons, and I was like, so I got a question for y'all. Could y'all eat a whole dragon by yourself? Or if you could eat a whole dragon by yourself, who would you want to help eat the whole dragon? You have to eat it in like one sitting. You can't like wait for the multiple days. You gotta eat it in one go.
This is what we have to deal with.
What do y'all do at that point?
Keena, I'm doing something right now.
Yeah. Literally that.
Talk to me about this later.
I just want to know what your facial expressions look like. How do you like?
Imagine. Okay, so like, let's say we're rushing to go somewhere and stuff. Keena comes at the worst time with these questions. It'd be one thing if like we're all sitting together, like sitting down, we're just chilling, but like I'm in the middle of doing something, and I'm just like doing my makeup, and Keena's like, "Oh, what do you think about this scenario?" And like, what if he was in this situation? I'm like, Keena. I don't know how to tell you this later once I'm done. Like I'm like, do you not see what I'm doing? And it's funny because our younger sister does it too.
I think I turned to Keena and just asked, why is she asking me this? Like, what made you ask me this question? Because I don't like hypotheticals. If it's not real, why are we? Because Keena would be so, like, she'll be into it. Like, start arguing and, like, want to talk about it. And I'm like,
well, that's like the community I kind of grew up around. Like, because with the anime people will, like, have, like, okay, so this is the scenario. Would you rather fight Batman or Powerpuff Girls? And they'll literally.
You guys are discussing hard down debating.
Down to the power level, how much these, like, you know, you don't get killed by Batman, but Powerpuff Girls, they'll just beat you up just cause. If you breathe in air, they'll just fight you just cause.
Yeah.
Like, we'll have that.
Come in, I'm talking to my boyfriend, we're having conversations. Like, can you ask him a question real quick? And it's the hypothetical question. I'm like, Keena, not right now. We'll talk about it later. Because she has.
You need to know the answer to your question.
I think, and then some of the hypotheticals be like redundant because she's like, oh, I think she literally just asked us this the other day. She was like, what would it be like if like our parents, what was the question? It was about us just living together in the same house or something. We're like, well, then we'll just be roommates. Shit. I forgot what the initial question was or how she worded it. But basically the answer broke down to we already just live together. It's just us living, like, it was.
I guess, like, who would we live with, like, out of the sisters? And we're like, would basically be like us living together, Keena. We already do that now. So, I mean.
But they answered my question.
We did answer it.
I was not the pick for any of the questions. For any of them.
Process it. You're like, Keena.
But it would be like that or like quality time. Because I like trying to spend quality time, or I try to at least do that. Or just having like love and affection. Because I'm a very physical person. I like to make sure that I get like
I'm a sister and I don't want to see or hear.
I'm a victim.
She's a victim on
Why are you a victim?
She's a victim because she liked to barge in my room and be
no,
like,
I don't
hey,
barge
so...
into your room. No.
What happens?
Keena, she's a very affectionate person.
Okay.
She doesn't care who she's like around.
She doesn't
Okay.
Read the room. Like, this is not.
Or it's the way how her boyfriend just get off the phone. I am.
Are
you know how like in a
drawn out, like, is it?
Yes. You know how like you hear someone you're like, oh, I love you more. No, I love you more. I'm like, oh, okay, please just take this out.
Yes. But there'll be certain times where I'm like, okay, babe, I gotta go. He was like, well, babe, I was like, I love you too. I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna call you back later.
No, they have to do it
every single time.
Every time.
And every time they always do it around me. Like every
so
single.
You be lost in the song.
I be literally. I was just like coming. I don't even know why, but Keena just was walking downstairs. We was getting in the car and like we was about to go work with our dad, and then it's just Keena and I in the car at this point because our dad hasn't came out there yet. And then she's just like, okay, well, I love you more. You want to just stay on the phone, be in the background, like you just hear this. I'm like, girl, please take out this phone. I don't want to hear this. I do not step out of the car. Whatever you do, just don't put. I don't want to hear it. And
you gotta hear all the extras.
You have to hear everything. Yeah.
You know, it's somebody for all of us. It's somebody for all of us. Because, I mean, I feel like all the things that you guys want individually, I think women want collectively. It's so interesting to hear the different perspectives and to see no matter what age you are, you still want communication. You still want acts of service. You still want gifts, you know, of gifts of service. So I think you guys blend is so unique because I think if people really took the time to dissect and really pay attention, you really speak to all aspects of women from the time that you were a young woman when you move into that young adult, and now you're moving into that grown womanhood. And so I love that about you guys because I feel like a lot of groups don't have the ability to grow. And I see that you guys are definitely growing, so it's a joy to see. So with that being said, how about you introduce your new single, DJ Superstar? You ready? You got that queued up? Go ahead and announce the song, Kyle.
All right, Keena.
Okay, so this is our single called Word. So make sure y'all check it out on all music platforms and buy it from your favorite black girl group.
Ooh, period.
I love you.
Boy, you trippin' if you think this is easy. If you want more, then you got to please me. Don't deserve. Tryna upgrade, then boy, you need me. Cause I don't have the time to play games with you. Better work your muscle, I ain't playing with you. If you're looking for mercy, go to church. Cause we doing big things right here. But if you want this, boy, you gotta work, gotta work. Work for me, work. Gotta work, work for me, work. Gotta work, work for me, work. If you want this, boy, you gotta work, work for me, work. Gotta work for me, work.
the aesthetics.
Oh
I'm like,
my
oh, I love it. The foot. Okay, I'm watching the show right now, Singles Inferno.
Okay.
It's really
You
good.
know what? I thought about watching it.
Watch
Is
it,
good?
watch it. Season 1 is like the goated season. Okay, they tried it. Like every other season is good, but
Okay.
season 1 is like hands down. Like you know how you have like
Really?
Love Is Blind or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that's their like dating show. Like you know they don't really have shows like that. So to see that, it's all aesthetic.
That's the one where they're like on the island and they're like, you know what? It'd be funny because like the things they find attractive, like it could be a flat ass booty, and they'd be like, ding, like the way that they just appreciate just the weirdest things, like.
It's
His
so
Shang
different.
Shang Wu. Like this brother ain't got a lick of facial hair, but he is the guy. Like
Yeah, no, the show is funny. I try to get Mimi into it, and Mimi's just like they're all so
you
pretty.
gotta lock in. You
Yes,
gotta
yes.
like
That's the problem.
read
I
it.
have to read it. I would love to watch if I could just watch it, but I'm still reading. And like,
For real, you don't want to do all that.
The only show she can do that with is Squid Games because it's more
Squid
action
Games
based. Like you see more of their
See,
body
I get
movement.
nauseous because the blood, like that first scene when he was cutting the thing, I can't do all that.
Oh what?
I'm
So you don't like any of the Saw movies?
Nah, I can't. I like even if you're in the next room watching Saw, I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
I can't hear none of that. I don't.
What about
I'm,
like, well, no, Final Destination is
I
probably
ain't-
still a
the
no.
first one. That's enough destinations for me.
Oh, they got a new one coming.
Yeah, you see the new one?
I gotta watch the new one.
How many destinations are final? Like
This one is like I guess like what was it?
the final.
Right, like
Yeah, it says
Fast and
something like
Furious.
runs in the family, I guess. So like
The trailer was messed up. For me, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like you kind of deserved it because he was like the thing got hooked on his nose. I was like, he was like, it got stuck. I'm like, take it out. What is wrong with you?
I'm having heart palpitations right now.
Oh god.
That's crazy.
But I will say I've also got into the music as well. There's a Korean artist named Lehigh. Have you heard of her?
I don't.
You gotta listen to Lehigh, and I realized that their R&B like be on point too.
Really?
Like Lehigh, like when y'all get a chance, Leehi, and then there's a guy named Cody, Colde.
Okay.
I just like I was listening to like a mix on YouTube one day, and then this song started playing. I Shazammed it, and then I went down this whole rabbit hole.
Oh wow!
Of all
I've been
this
doing the
stuff.
UK artists. Well, not all of them, but this artist named Ray in the UK. She sounds so good. I think she was on the Grammys this year too. She was really, really phenomenal singer. And I think my sister Zay, she showed me her and was like showing me her music. And I started going through that rabbit hole, looking at her music. And then I had friends in like high school who was showing me different people in the UK. So yeah,
It's a lot of music out there. I almost feel like the mainstream music is not the most talented.
Especially with how just music is going nowadays, and like I would say in America, it's like not the best. Yeah, it's very repetitive. It's the same sound all the time. So when you do go to like the foreign countries or just listen to like their music, oh, it's so nice. I love it.
Accept us so much because a lot of people in Japan love our music.
I can do
and
that.
it's because they're so open to everything different. I think here they're all looking for that
Constricted,
same style.
yeah.
And if it's new, if nobody co-signed it, it's like.
That's one thing that bothers me about Atlanta. Atlanta doesn't appreciate you until other people appreciate you. Like we're all celebrities in Atlanta, but it's like all of us are not stars though. Like some of y'all like legit like you might want to keep that job. Like
It's so funny though with like we was talking about just the city of Atlanta, like and how everyone is somebody, even though we all dress the part. Like
everybody's somebody.
I swear, it don't matter the event, it don't matter the occasion.
You could be at the mall. You're gonna valet that car because you somebody.
You know what? But it's so interesting because, and I think you guys will speak to this too. The bigger you get, the more low key you become.
Oh yeah.
Like people that be like, oh, I'm this. No, when you really are a true artist, or you like, you be trying to be low key with your hat on.
No, yes,
like,
that literally happened. Like one of the artists that we know, Black. He was at one of the LAN parties, and he literally
I was sitting next to this man this whole time, didn't even know. And Mimi's like, that's, and I'm just sitting here. What? I couldn't hear anything that day.
I literally just listened to this man's whole album, and he's just chilling. And he's seen us perform, just chilling, just hanging out. Like I'm just like he's so. I didn't even say anything. Like I don't know what to say.
It be killing me 'cause I'm like, Mimi, just say hey, I like your music, and then just walk off. That's it.
My thing is, I'm
That's
an
all
artist,
you have to
so
say.
I can't be like
I
that.
can't sound like a fan.
I can't be no fan.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not like you're
I
like
get it.
you gotta
I
be
get
calm
it.
like, hey, like you Black, I really like your music. Like I appreciate it. Like
I feel you.
then it
I
leave
feel you.
because you'll be seeing
I like it. Bye.
So I just saw Saucy Santana. You could be like, oh my gosh, I
in
like.
the mall, and I was like, but they're so low, like they don't be wanting to be
But
bothered.
you know what though? It's a way that you can carry yourself that lets people know you want to be a approach. And I think we know, and you guys know as artists,
Yeah.
sometimes you really just be chilling, and so you're extra considerate of the zones that people be in.
Yes,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
I'm like, I don't want to like the girl. There's this artist named Baby Tate. She
Mhm.
was at.
Oh yeah, Baby Tate.
She was
yeah.
at one of the events we were going to. She's standing right behind me. I knew exactly who she was, and I was like, nobody else is saying anything to her. Let me just let her be. Like, I didn't want to say anything.
Those be the moments when I'd be like, you be regretting me. Dang, I should have
Yes,
said. I ain't getting no photo op or nothing.
Right. I was like, dang it. And I was like, this whole event thing, it was like a DJ. It was a
Like a
DJ
DJ
event.
performance.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really cool. But
Was this when we went with
some of her
the
friends?
Trap Sushi? Oh yeah.
Okay.
They invited us out, and we went, and she was there, and I was like, okay. I was like, maybe if I see her again, I'll say something.
I told her to
I never seen her again that night. It was dark in there too.
Ain't
and I was
seen
like,
nothing.
nope. I was like, it's okay.
Because like where and this is before we get out of here, like where is the fine line? Like how should artists approach other artists?
Somebody tell me. I don't know.
That's an interesting question. Like, what do you say when you genuinely? Because I feel like we see that interaction on the Grammys, like the big ones, but like on an everyday scale, like what does an artist say to an artist when you like?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, some people mention that they like to be approached just, just not doing too much, obviously, or just respectable times. But for the people who just, like you said, just they obviously are not trying to be seen.
Yeah, like.
And I'm like, nobody's mentioned that this man was here tonight. I don't want to say anything, and somebody hear it, and then somebody.
Donnell, that's you.
Yeah. I don't want that to happen. I don't.
I was like, you try to keep it low key. You just try to like play it cool. Like, hey, I really like your music, and then like keep it short, sweet, and simple. It's like, hey, I like your music. Nice
Like
to
this
meet
song
you.
is don't go into the whole. This song is my favorite. Like, just be
I
like,
don't
oh
wanna
hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. Hey, your work is awesome. Like keep doing what you're doing.
Just
Just keep it pushing.
Yeah,
and then
you act like you don't care.
Yeah.
Just say, like, you can't even be like you're an artist because everybody say they do music. Everybody does music.
You really
so
don't want to say you do
say
it.
I do music either, but it's like you appreciate it when you're an artist and you understand like what they put into their music. And I'd be like, can't really say too much. My mom was like, why didn't I take a picture? I was like, I didn't want to take a picture. I really don't be wanting to take a picture.
Because I'm the same way. I think I was on a flight and it was the artist Kim, the jazz singer, and I saw him and I love Kim. And I was like, God, I really want to say something. And my brother was like, well, get a picture. And I knew that I could have benefited from the picture.
Yeah.
But the willpower to keep my energy
was
really strong at that day. So I was like, let me just post up. But I regretted it. But I hope that in time that more doors open for artists to approach each other, because I think that those communities, like sometimes artists, all y'all got is each other.
Yeah.
You can't really get with the commoners. Like,
they
I hate to
don't
put it,
understand.
they don't understand what you're dealing with. So sometimes all you have is that artistry. And I think that it's unfair to forget where you came from. Like when you sign to be an artist, you sign to be someone that somebody looks up to. And I think that certain statuses, people forget that. But that I love that you guys have always been the same good energy wherever. If I'm out, I say, hey, Chelsea, it's never ever been. So I want you to keep that, because that I think is what impacts people more than music. Like I was always taught people never care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So that's big. So who are some artists that we consider that you guys want to work with this year? What are we trying to do?
Put it out there,
Do.P.E. Yeah. It's funny because we're actually writing something on
Why
one
did
of
she
her
wear the
videos.
tape, by the way? Did she do it as a fashion statement?
Yeah, as a fashion
Okay, I
statement.
thought so. Okay. So
Yeah.
Do.P.E.
Do.P.E. definitely like number one on the list.
What female rappers would y'all want to work with?
See, I say Lotto because we literally watched her grow up. Like,
Okay.
in the same spaces. So literally to see it happen.
Okay.
And she's also like repping Atlanta heavy, and she also has that sound in her voice. So I think like doing that, and even just putting her in like a different space, doing something different would
help
be
soften.
cool.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I was like, oh, maybe Lotto because
So Lotto or Glorilla?
God.
Dang.
So,
See,
I'm biased.
You get.
So
Are you biased?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody talk bad about Lotto because I've seen it. So I've literally seen it happen.
We've
I'm like, you
seen
can't
come
talk
up.
bad about my girl. But yeah,
It's like it depends on the song. If you want
Okay.
like that catchy like hype vibe and stuff, then you go for like Glorilla.
Yeah,
Okay.
she appeals
Yeah,
to everybody.
yeah.
Okay.
I think men and women.
Okay.
Because of her voice too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. She's
I love when she talks. I was like, oh my gosh,
love-
she's so southern.
That's true.
And I think that keeps her so. It keeps her so genuine. I feel
Yeah.
like because she can't be nobody but herself.
Yeah.
She can't even try to be like, because
It's just there.
It's just her.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
like her having the accents like Cardi. It's like Cardi can't help but be herself
That's
whenever
true.
she's talking and
Yeah.
stuff. So you just like naturally just are drawn to
At
her.
this point, Cardi's all reality show because we ain't got an album yet.
Right. I think I would say Glorilla though. If we
Okay.
were to pick Glorilla, I can see us doing.
Why not Meg the Stallion?
I said Meg the Stallion.
Keena's obsessed with Meg.
I want to be besties with Megan the Stallion. That is my goal in life, is to now be besties with Megan the Stallion.
Well,
I know
she's
we will
my
have
Aquarius sister, so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I just go where the tide goes.
Look,
Okay.
I'm whatever's paying the bills that day, whoever's paying for the feature.
Right. That's good.
Oh my God. So of course we have the rest of this year ahead of us. What's coming up for you guys? Where can we find you next? Where can we connect with you guys? What's popping?
Yeah, so we mentioned earlier that we are actually trying to do a concert this year, so just be following us on social media once we start dropping things, because we always love to put other artists on. So if you want to perform, we always put that out there, so just be on our social medias to find that out. We're always still working with brands. I think we're just going to continue to be more strategic about who we work with this year, being in more of the rooms that we're trying to get into, whether it's as a creator or as the girl group Mako Girls. But
working on new music and releasing new music, because after work, I believe it's Love This.
Yeah, we
have a song called Love This. We have a cover for one of Dochi's songs that's going to be releasing online
Which
soon.
we wanted to kind of include you in.
We actually really did.
What you want me to sing?
No. So I don't know if you heard the Denali's or River song where it's kind of like.
It's like a little talking ad lib.
I gotta rap a little bit.
We want you to be yourself, like the interviewer.
Henny Dotting.
Asking us, like, oh, Mako Girls, you're back. Like, hey, what's been going
that part.
on?
I'm gonna
No,
sing.
literally saying it's literally being yourself, because we're like, okay, we're just gonna put it. It's kind of like that venting track that maybe Drake does.
Yeah.
We want to do something like that because people really don't know how stressful it is. Like, you're telling us to be one way, and then we're doing like
pulled in different directions. Yeah.
We're too kiddie for people. Like, we're trying to be ourselves, but this is too kiddie for. We want to just literally just put it all
Speak
out
to
there.
that.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, the cool thing to play on, because she's kind of playing off of being in a therapy session. We were wanting to do it as an interview.
Okay.
So like letting
That's
the voice,
lit.
hey, Mako Girls, what you guys been up to? Just the same questions that
The
we're always
topic.
asked.
Yeah.
And it just kind of goes straight into like, oh, well, we're just gonna lay it all out there. So yeah.
As long as y'all don't do like Tupac did at the end of that song, we start snapping on everybody.
It would.
Mako Girls have lost it. Like, what the heck?
It wouldn't be on brand. In a different timeline, in a different universe.
Be like, what just happened to them? Superstar, it got real rough all of a sudden. Now they Bone Thugs and Harmony, Bone Sisters and Harmony.
It's quite funny actually, because we have the song that we're like in production right now. It's called "Believe Me" and stuff, and so the look for that is actually us with, like, you know how people have like the grills on their cheeks and stuff, and like it's the ski mask with like the
y'all
cutesy.
Get trapped out.
Yeah.
Y'all YNs now.
But it's just to play an exaggerated version of like stuff, because like a lot of groups, we all have like kind of like the same look and stuff. So I was like, let's just do something far left just to look different.
I think that's what we're doing with everything we put up front. Like any idea we have, we're like, okay, we're gonna do it, we're gonna take it to extreme.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're gonna make it stand out.
Impact.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the vision board for that.
Yeah, I was literally sitting there listening to the song, and I was like, I told my manager, I was like, listen, I want to do this. She was looking at me. She saw the reference picture. She was like, oh my God. And one of the girls, they're going to say Mako. Like,
but that's fire, though.
With the nails and everything. It's all going to be cute.
We gotta bring out the car clubs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that'd be hard. Like, come on, and that pays homage to so many different female artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? The beautiful thing about artistry is there is no restriction. As long as you do it in a way that suits you and fits your brand, is respectable to you, then I don't think anybody can put y'all in a box. So if y'all want me to be the fourth member, it's okay. I got you.
Okay, listen. Honorary Mako girl, we gotta
you know
get you
what
on the
I'm
sun.
saying? You hear that, superstar? Are you writing this down? We got our first photo shoot tomorrow. We're ready. Before we get out of here, any shout outs, any last words y'all want to put out on the atmosphere, on the air? What you got?
I would say shout out to all the Mako Maniacs, everybody supporting what we've been doing for so long. Anybody who has always been there for us throughout our career. Shout out to our parents, our managers, our sister.
JT, DJ Fahrenheit, he always puts us on to like the best events and makes like the best connections with us. Like, shout out. Yeah.
He always makes sure our show stands out. Like, he's a visionary. He always makes sure that it's next level when we're performing.
The intro's just top tier each and every time. It gets better and better.
We just give him the tracks, let him do what he needs to do.
And he just go to work.
Every single time.
Every time.
Don't you love people like that?
Yes, we gotta not think too much.
Like, I trust you to do whatever you got to do. I'm not even gonna judge the process.
Ask me nothing. Just go ahead and do it.
Do your thing. We stress him out though, because we have so many different ideas.
You know.
We bring like 20 songs. We're like, okay, we want this mix, but we want this to be cut out and this song be thrown in there. He's like, what? Like every time we stress, he has to call us every time in the middle of the show says like he's like, you want this to be like what? Like we put it all together in one set. We're like, oh, it's supposed to be separated sets, and he's just like, God, y'all stress me out.
Y'all lucky y'all good. Y'all lucky y'all good. Y'all lucky y'all good.
Yeah, pretty much. Anything else we want to say?
Make sure y'all buy our single "Work." It is out on all music platforms. Stream it, share it, show some love to it, and also do the dance to it as well. Because we got a Thai dance for the guys, and we got a cute little dance for the ladies. So go ahead and do that.
All right, Superstar, we gotta learn it.
We got to.
That sounds promising.
It's gonna be iconic. It's gonna be iconic. Okay, like
Y'all
we're gonna post it on the
we'll
page.
react to it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do it one good time. Just so I'll be like, okay, I did it, guys. Here we go.
Or you can do any kind of video with the song. It don't even have to be the dance.
Okay.
Just using the song in any way is like the best way to help like support.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Mako Girls.
Watch our videos on our YouTube channel, official Mako Girls.
And check out all of our information and get our merch on our website at
MakoGirls.com. Mako Girls is spelled
MAKOGIRLS.
And notice that's a K, not a C. We out.
Yeah, I love you. I love you too. I love you, Queen. We gotta hang up. We out here. 101 TK Radio. Let's get out of here. Peace.